Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of NASCAR Chase for the Cup 2005 custom schedule edition. Custom schedule edition for the Craftsman Truck Series. Just 12 races to go. Once the conclusion of this one happens here tonight for the Kroger 200 at Martinsville Speedway, and the championship battle continues to heat on. Our points leader and our driver that you guys voted for at the season opener at Daytona, Bobby Hamilton Sr., currently leads 4 straight second place finishes for him, and in fact 9 straight top 5 finishes, 9 straight top 2 finishes for Bobby Hamilton. Has put himself in a very good spot to start the season. But Carl Edwards has 9 straight top 5s, and he's just coming off his first win of the year. Brandon Witt has 4 straight top 5s and had 3 straight wins and 3 straight max points days before Edwards was able to go to victory lane in the last race last night at the Milwaukee Mile. So this is going to be a big race again here today in Martinsville. Our driver Bobby Hamilton was fast in practice and in fact qualified on the pole for just the second time this season. So we'll see if he can go on, lead a lot of laps, and win today's race. 200 laps around the half-mile paperclip short track. Like, share, and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content as we're about to get into this next. Full race live stream, first of 2 tonight on a doubleheader. Though the next race that we will have tonight, or next video I should say that we will have tonight, will not be the truck series on NASCAR 05. It'll actually be a premiere of the World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series 2002 career mode. I will be in the chat for that one while I'll be working out after this video here. So I'll be looking forward to see what you guys have to put in the chat, I guess, during that. So without further ado, let's get this one underway. Carl Edwards starting outside of the front row as well. Green flag is in the air, and Bobby Hamilton will lead the field into turn 1. Great start for the Ford truck. And he's going to be able to lead the opening lap. Brandon Witt, who started third, puts it in the wall off the exit of turn 2, trying to clear the 99 truck of Carl Edwards. That stacked Edwards up a little more as Casey Cook's able to get up to third. And Bobby Hamilton looking to set sail early. The handling of this race truck felt perfect in practice. Didn't make any adjustments from practice into qualifying and now into the race. And again, Brandon Witt hits the wall, this time off the exit of turn 2 instead of turn 4. See, he keeps mowing the walls down. He remains in second place, but that is not going to allow him to close in on the Ford truck of Hamilton whatsoever. You do not want to hit the curb here at Martinsville either. It will throw your race truck all over the place. An 18.894, now an 18.834 that last lap for Bobby Hamilton. Running some quick lap times, and again Brandon Witt's in the wall off of turn 2. He's driving it in so deep that he's just getting back into the gas a bit too soon because of it. Well, 3 laps in a row, Hamilton's ran 18.8. It's pretty fast at Martinsville, especially for the truck series. Hamilton as close to that curbing as he possibly could get without touching it, and look at that, a tenth of a second quicker. Now he bounces off the curb though in turn 1. He's going to go a bit wide as Witt closes the door. He's an 18.732 that last lap for Hamilton. I doubt it's going to be possible that we're going to see 18.5s tonight, but even after hitting the curb in turn 1, he still ran an 18.8 on the next lap. Obviously, when things get spaced out a little more into a longer green flag run and we get into lap traffic, that will maybe cause for concern, at least for Hamilton's sake, and trying to get away from everybody else. An 18.693 that last lap. I mean, this is just absolutely insane how fast that this Ford truck is in the early going. Back to the 18.72. This is just unbelievable. Witt's really keeping pace when he's not getting into the wall. He has 3 times already. If you're running 18.6s at Martinsville, good luck. I mean, the top 2 have really pulled away. But Brandon Witt is right there. He's definitely keeping pressure on Bobby Hamilton. Michael Turner, Billy Kramer, Jerry Fasnat, welcome to the stream as well. Welcome all 8 of you in to the opening dozen laps of tonight's race at Martinsville for a full race live stream. Definitely seems like Hamilton's getting the corner exit speed, but Brandon Witt's driving it in just as deep, if not deeper, into the corner on his braking zone on entry. It's really where he's able to keep up with Bobby Hamilton. 18.678. Hamilton running even quicker. And yes, this track is very bumpy in this game as well. So the fact that these lap times are being ran on a bumpy Martinsville just makes it all that more impressive. But you got to admit the lap times that Hamilton is running, that Brandon Witt's got to be running just as quick. So maybe it's best that Hamilton keeps Witt behind him as long as he possibly can. He's running time trial lap after time trial lap right now. Another 17.11 or 18.711. .717 that time. As he gets into lap traffic, though, these times are going to start to calm down. He's going to have to be patient getting around the lap trucks. Patience is key here at Martinsville. It's hard to keep it. It's a little easier maybe to keep it in a 200-lap race versus a 500-lap race. Yeah, Steelers and Chiefs next weekend. That was an insane finish to that Chargers and Raiders game last night. Pretty much watched from like halfway through the third quarter to the end of the game. I didn't see the first half. But man, if I would have, that might have been the best game I think I would have ever watched. That wasn't even in a rooting interest for either team either. That's how insane that game was. Matt Crafton's at the rear of the field. That's a little strange. Back here with Robbie Young in the 35th position for Crafton. He's going to be in danger of going a lap down here in a couple laps. He must not have had a good qualifying effort. Hamilton's got to run down the backstretch. He's going to drive it deep into turn 3, trying to get to the inside of Robbie Young. Young going to give him a little bit of room. Hamilton can't clear him, though, off the exit of turn 4. Now he'll clear him with a clean pass in 1 and 2, putting one lap truck now between the top 2 race trucks. Oh, one truck way up the racetrack. It's Kevin Quinn. Oh, contact now between Hamilton and Crafton. Hamilton blows the corner just a tad. And into the side of the 6 Good wrench race truck. That Steelers defense is really tough, though. It's going to be tough for KC to put some points on the board, even with that star-studded offense that KC's had the last few seasons. But offensively, though, Pittsburgh's been struggling all year. I just don't see that team being able to keep up over the long haul of the game. I can see it being pretty close in the first half, first three quarters. But I can see KC wearing out Pittsburgh's D late, especially if they had the time of possession battle. And I think KC should have it. Especially put in factor that they'll be at home also. I did see that Eric Almirola will be retiring at the end of the 2022 NASCAR season, at least for full-time competition. I could see him pulling out, running some super speedway races, considering how good he is, especially for the Daytona 500. Kind of similar to what Jamie McMurray's been doing off and on since he retired from full-time action after the 2018 season. Ran 2 Daytona 500 since retiring full-time. I could see Almirola stepping in to do something like that. I'm sure Smithfield would be on for sponsoring at least Daytona 500s under him. That being the biggest race of the year. Most watched race of the year. A 1.1 second lead for Hamilton. He's led all 32 laps so far. 4 straight second place finishes for Bobby Hamilton Sr. coming into tonight's race at Martinsville. He wants to break that skid and be able to finally put himself back in victory lane for the first time in 5 races this season. Even in lap traffic, he's still running 18.7s. Scrubbed the curb a little that last lap. It still ran an 18.768. 35 laps in. At an older Martinsville surface. Oh, one truck way off the curb and sideways off the exit of turn 4. That was the 16 of Jack Sprague. He did a great job keeping it off the outside wall. Cuts back down in line, but Hamilton may put him a lap down very soon. Sprague slides the tires on entry into the corner. Contact between Chris Sweeney and Bobby Hamilton as Hamilton cuts Sweeney off in the middle of the corner. Didn't realize that 192 truck got underneath him and outbraked him getting into turn 3, and that allows Sprague to pull away just a bit. It's been one of the trucks that have battled Hamilton really hard throughout the course of the season. Hence why he's not an ally. He's not a rival either. He's neutral, but maybe not going to give as much leeway as most of the other lap trucks so far due to not being an ally. Like he got a little loose in the middle of the corner again. He's having a tough time just trying to hang on to his race truck, and that's probably why he's in the back half of the field early on. Former Cup Series rookie in our NASCAR Thunder 2004 season took some steps back to the Truck Series, though this time around he saw the 121 slide off the exit of turn 4 of Lee Anderson up ahead. Hamilton trying to work his way back around Sprague to the inside off the exit of turn 2, trying to get there at least, but Sprague pulls him down the backstretch. Hamilton going to try to outbrake him into turn 3. Hamilton hugs the curbing. Still can't get around Jack Sprague. He's trying to race him clean right now, but Sprague is holding him up a bit. Brandon Witt is starting to close in. He's back to within 0.7 of a second after he was 1.3 off the lead just a few laps ago. No more lap trucks between the top 2. say Sprague is definitely making this very difficult for Bobby Hamilton right now. Hamilton's got to be careful because Witt may try to use him as a pick. Use the 16 truck as a pick, that is. Sprague gets a little loose on entry into turn 3. Hamilton again looking low, not going to get there. 16 gets sideways. Hamilton intimidated him. Didn't get sideways enough. And Witt to the inside. Not going to lead this lap at the line, but he got close. Hamilton going to cut down to try to block. Little tap from behind from the 38 truck of Brandon Witt. And that only actually launched the Ford truck a little bit further ahead of him now. Sprague is struggling with this truck. Hamilton off the curb. That's not going to help. Come on. Why's my L2 button not working? There we go. Witt looking low. Oh, contact. The 38 truck trying to move the 4. Hamilton holds on to the lead. Witt trying to use the bump and run for a second time now. He's 0 for 2. Remember, we did go caution-free last night at Milwaukee. We have not had a caution in a race since lap 6 at Michigan 2 races ago. We've had just 2 caution-free races this year, but again, one coming in the last race. And it was on a short track. This is another short track. It's a lap 50 now. I'm surprised that Sprague has held on as long as he has. Oh, 16 truck getting loose again. Off the exit of the corner, he gets a bit loose. 4 truck all over the back. Oh, Sprague sideways again. Man, he is struggling. Witt to the inside. 3 wide up the middle goes Hamilton. How did he hold on to the lead? Witt drives it in too deep. The 4 truck just trying to move the 16 at this point. Got the left rear corner panel of the 16 truck knocking him out of the way, and finally Hamilton gets around Sprague. And Witt overdrove turn 1 that last lap. Sprague's going to pull down and block the 38, but now he goes up the track as Sprague overdrives the corner. Man, oh man, oh man. Nothing but fun 15. Welcome to the stream. Hamilton off the curb. Go a bit wide. Witt barely keeps it off the wall. All 36 trucks still on the racetrack, by the way. Nobody's blown an engine so far through 54 completed laps at the line. Hamilton still led them all. It's going to help him try to get the most laps led. It's only going to be a 1 pit stop race today as well. I could guarantee you that. Last night was a 200-lap race on a 1-mile racetrack. This is a half-mile, same amount of laps. It's definitely going to be a 1-stopper. Milwaukee barely was a 1-stopper, but still was, even when they go in caution-free. Guess it depends on the cautions tonight, if we get any. That would just be insane to me if we have 2 straight caution-free races on short tracks. Big moment for Brandon Witt as he clips the curb on entry into 3. Bobbled quite a bit. Hamilton's got an 0.8 of a second lead once again. Brandon Witt trying to find victory lane for the 4th time this season if he can beat Hamilton tonight at Martinsville. All 3 of Witt's wins, though, he did lead the most laps in those races. He hasn't led yet tonight. He's been close this whole race. Passed Edwards on the initial start for second. Put it in the wall a couple times, lost some ground. Fell 1.3 seconds off the lead, and then Jack Sprague holding up Hamilton for a good 15 to 20 laps, allowed for Wick to catch back up again. Before Hamilton finally used the bump and run on Sprague. That last lap for Hamilton was his fastest of the race. An 18.618. That is absolutely insane at Martinsville, especially on the bumpier Martinsville surface. But he's still only maintaining. He's not really pulling away from the 38 truck outside of when Witt had jumped off the curb in turn one a few laps ago. Hamilton to the inside of Lee Anderson, makes a nice, clean, quick pass on him. Outside of Sprague, Hamilton has not struggled in lap traffic so far tonight. Robbie Young, once again, he's about to go a second lap down. Oh, and Witt gets into the back of the lap truck of Anderson off of turn two. They made contact. That's going to stall out Witt even more. And Hamilton's got a 2-second race lead, his largest lead of the night through 63 laps. Handle off the curb. Hamilton off the curb. 12 people watching, only 5 likes. Smash the like button, subscribe for more daily NASCAR content. Realistic commentary on the channel tonight. Classic NASCAR video game style. First of our doubleheader tonight. Our next race, though, will not be a live stream. It'll be a premiere, and in fact, there'll be multiple races on that premiere. I say that because it'll be a special one. It'll be the World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series 2002 Career Mode, episode number 14, I do believe. And that will be at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. Handel drives it in deep to get by Wesley Schmidt for blocking Hamilton. Hamilton looking to the inside of Schmidt. Off the curb goes the Ford truck. Didn't bounce too violently. It's the truck to plant back down on the ground pretty quickly. Notice that lead drop from about 2.1 seconds to 1.4. So lap traffic has started to pick up a little bit over the last couple laps. Hamilton trying to get to the inside handle off the curb just a bit. Try to side draft the 107 down the front straightaway. Oh, contact! Sideswipes Handel as he drives past him in turns 1 and 2. Hamilton bounced off the curb into the side of the 107 truck. Patrick Shadley, welcome to the chat. Good old lap traffic at Martinsville. Never fails to disappoint. We're going to alternate through the different camera angles for the first time in tonight's race. Locking the tires up a bit, getting into turn 3 that time. Keegan to drive Stuart Haas number 10 in 2023. What if I could, man? I don't have any stock car racing experience, so Not even on local short tracks. I don't have any funding either. Now, it does seem as if Ryan Preece is going to be driving that car full time, I would have to imagine. In 2023. Harvick's locked in through 2023. Preece is obviously the most experienced driver, in my opinion, the best driver. The Stewart-Haas development program, which isn't that deep. Really, it's only Riley Herbst and Ryan Preece that are not already in the Cup Series. Riley Herbst, I'm sorry, but he has not done anything to prove why he should be in the Cup Series full time, especially for a competitive team. So I don't see that happening. Unless he has massive, massive improvements this year in the Xfinity Series. It will be a second season with the team, so I would assume he'll have a little bit better statistics than next year, but he's going to have to win some races. At least a few of them. To even become a candidate for it. That Preece still would have much more experience over him. In the Cup Series alone. One truck blowing an engine on the inside of the racetrack. That could be a little concerning for the race leader, Bobby Hamilton, because it's his teammate, Chad Chafin, who has an issue right now. Another truck down on the inside of the racetrack. Down the backstretch, stacking everybody up. Oh, man, contact all over the place. In turns 3 and 4. And there is nowhere to go right now. Heavy lap traffic for Hamilton, probably the heaviest it has been in the entire race. And the lead is dwindled down to about a half a second again. It's been fluctuating back and forth quite a bit in these first 82 laps because of the lap trucks. Hamilton will pull away for a little bit, then the lead will start to close back in. See if he can pull back away again. It's going to be tough, though. They're still side by side in front of him. Troy Perry and Jack Baker, at least. Hamilton drives it in deep, trying to take it 3 wide, but he hits the curbing and knocks the 116 truck up the track. We'll bump and run on him. Hamilton not wanting to waste that much more time. He can maybe afford to be a little bit more aggressive in doing that, only because it is just a 200-lap race. If it was a Cup race, you might want to take care of those fenders a little bit more. I'd say Hamilton was pretty patient those first 50 to 60 laps until he decided to use the bumper on Jack Sprague. He's used it on a couple drivers so far. Seemed to be holding him up. He doesn't want to give Witt too much of an opportunity to pass, because even Brandon Witt's tried to use the bumper on 2 occasions on Bobby Hamilton already, but he just couldn't move him out of the way to take the lead. Got side by side with him at the line a couple times, but he never actually officially led a lap, so Witt is still searching for 5 bonus points. Is still searching for that first lap led to do so. Another truck down on the inside, heading into turn 1. I don't know if that's just an aggressive move to block on the bottom or to make a pass. Second driver I've seen do that over the last few laps that have been in lap traffic nonetheless. Hamilton leads the next 13 laps. He's already going to clinch the most laps led tonight. Yeah, and Preece has some Xfinity Series wins. He just got his first truck win this season also, which is more than what Riley Herbst has. Oh, we got another truck blowing an engine off the exit of turn 2. One of the lap trucks, I couldn't tell who that was. Open the door up for Hamilton to pass a couple more lap trucks, maybe a bit easier, and he pulls ahead to about a 1 second lead over Brandon Witt. as there's now about 3 lap trucks between the top 2. Quarter tank of fuel left for Bobby Hamilton. Again, easily these guys will get past the 100 lap mark before pitting. In fact, we might actually see some drivers short pit very, very soon within the next couple laps when that window begins to open. So 2 drivers have now blown an engine a couple laps apart from each other after going over 85 laps before seeing the first driver blow an engine tonight. Cerebral Assassin, welcome to the stream. It's a 1.3 second lead for Hamilton. Trying to get around Hank Grigsby in the 153 truck. Trying to drive it in deep into turn 1. Grigsby gotta cut him off just a bit. Hamilton again drives it deep into 3. Off the curb into Grigsby. That's going to hold Hamilton up because he did not even stay alongside Grigsby after the contact. That curb jumped him quite a bit, and he lost about 0.2 of a second of his lead that last lap. You do not want to short pit, though, here at Martinsville. This is definitely a track that we can see a caution with ease, and cautions tend to breed cautions at this racetrack as well. Another bounce off the curb for Hamilton in 1 and 2. Grigsby hanging on for dear life like Jack Sprigg was a little bit earlier. Some of these trucks have definitely battled a lot harder than others in trying to stay on the lead lap with the race leader of Bobby Hamilton right behind him. The front tires in the yellow for Hamilton. I think Grigsby might have hit the curb a bit that time. Hamilton never had to check up for him, though. And there's the bump and run. Right in the middle of turns 3 and 4, Hamilton makes the pass. Drives right on. Matthew Ring, welcome to the stream. Know how to add mods or external paint schemes on this game to this to GameCube emulator? I have no clue. I just overdrove the corner that time. I have no clue, to be completely honest. And thanks for liking the content, by the way. Appreciate that comment. Yeah, I'm not sure. I know, obviously, to unlock paint schemes, you had the chase plates back in the old EA Sports games. You unlock that through skill points throughout races, which is why you see those skill points on the upper left-hand corner of the screen there. That's unlock paint schemes, the fantasy tracks, all that stuff. Sponsors for your career mode. Fantasy drivers that you can race as. Some trucks coming out of the pit lane. Contact between Keith Grimsley and Bobby Hamilton. Halfway home at the line that time. We are in the middle of green flag pit stops over the last few laps. Hamilton again making contact with Grigsby. Got to be careful of these drivers. Exiting the pit lane, again making contact with Grigsby. Oh! One truck nearly gets turned off the exit of turn 4. That was Robbie Young off the front bumper of Jack Baker. And then Richards gets piled into now from Bob Spear. Hamilton just trying to stay out of harm's way here. I believe Brandon Witt is already pit. This was my favorite game as well, for sure. This and NASCAR Thunder 04 have probably been my 2 favorites. NASCAR 07 was sentimental because I had it on the PSP. Played that quite a bit as well. Hamilton just stuffed Robbie Young into the wall up the exit of turn 4. Well, yep, definitely looking good halfway. Hamilton again, 4 straight second place finishes coming into tonight's race. He is due for a win. He has led every lap so far. He went wire to wire at Darlington this season as well. One of only 2 races where he's actually led the most laps in a race. The other one he finished second in, and that was last night at the Milwaukee Mile. looking to lead the most laps and win the race for the second time this year. And it would be a 6th win total on the season. He hasn't won since he won those 5 races in a row from races 2 through 6. Still got 94 to go. It's going to be interesting, though, where the cycling of the pit stops will go. Hamilton's still running decent lap times. He has definitely struggled with heavy lap traffic that have been coming out and making their way into the pit lane the last few laps versus Brandon Whitt pitting a little while ago. He's going to have fresher tires. More stacking up. A lot of contact in turns 1 and 2. Some sparks flying. The next pack of lap trucks up ahead. Hamilton just staying out, hoping that if he could catch a caution, this would trap the field at least 1 lap down, maybe even 2 down. Once everybody else makes their pit stop. Who knows? Maybe we will go caution-free through 2 straight races. Bounce off the curb. He did a great job keeping it off of the bush on his outside, though. And they're stacking up again. A lot of lap trucks in front of the 4. Oh, one truck scrapes the outside wall off the exit of turn 2. Either Adam Bell or Andy Lyman. Oh, man. The 191 of Jason Powell gets into the wall off the front bumper of the Ford truck of Hamilton, but we continue to stay green. Hamilton's kind of glad a caution didn't come out like that. He wants there to be a natural yellow. Not one that he starts. Another truck into the wall behind Hamilton. I think it was Scott Bush. Hamilton continuing to push the fuel tank. He's already clinched the most laps led. He's just basically hoping for a caution. We've seen a lot of contact in recent laps. Hamilton will pit at lap 116, so he'll stay out this time by. He'll pit the following time by. 4 tires and fuel, no adjustments for the Ford truck. Truck has been handling perfectly since the get-go. And now he's got to hope for his pit crew to make a nice, clean stop. 70 miles an hour is a pit road speed limit at every track in this game. Easily, he'll make his way into the pits. Again, 4 tires and fuel for Hamilton. Tyler Burback, welcome into the chat. Can't believe it. Eric Almirola is retiring. Yeah, I can't really believe it either. I wasn't expecting that. Especially considering he didn't win a race last year. So he's definitely still capable of competing for wins. And top tier equipment. Never really been somebody that can compete for championships necessarily, but he's definitely a guy who can compete for wins a few times throughout the course of the season and is capable of getting the job done. I think last year proved it. Even though he had an all-around rough year, but Haas Racing in general had a rough year. And Almirola on the 750 tracks last year, 750 ovals at least, ran very, very well. Following the cycling of green flag pit stops, Bobby Hamilton's got about a 2.6 to a 2.7 second lead. Still 82 laps to go at the start-finish line now. Plenty of time left in this race. But even after staying out as long as he did, he holds on to the lead, which he had about a 2-second lead anyway before Brandon Whitt hit the pit lane. So he gained a few tenths of a second. That was about it. Also tells me that the lap traffic was probably just as bad for Witt as what it was Hamilton towards the end of that fuel run for Bobby Hamilton. First spot down in the chat of the night. Took a ways. We finally had one. Oh, we had a $5 super chat. Hang on. I need to pause it for. Oh, there it is. I was I was looking at the chat revenue and I saw it, but I didn't actually see the super chat. It was delayed on my end. I was like, wait a minute. I think I missed something earlier. Jared Fasnat, though, thanks for the $5 super chat. I'm trying to read it. I might have to pause it to read it, only because I'm at Martinsville. No, I know it's not much, but I want to show my appreciation for your awesome content put up for all of us. Well, thank you. I greatly appreciate it. Oh, we got trouble in turn 2. Appreciate the super chat, man. Any comment like that. Caution for the first time tonight at lap 122 as Aaron McGee will slide into the outside wall. A couple trucks making contact, trying to miss him. It looked like of Shane Kirkland and Wesley Schmidt. No, that was Mark Handel and Shane Kirkland who made contact trying to miss Aaron McGee on the inside. So not too long after green flag pit stop cycled through, literally only 4 laps after Hamilton pit, we get a caution for the first time tonight. So we will not have back-to-back caution-free races. And this is going to stack the field up with the lap trucks on the inside of the lead lap trucks. That's all it took for Brandon Witt to get back into this thing. Green flag is back in the air with 75 laps to go at Martinsville. Hamilton has led every lap so far. He gets a little bump from behind. Witt tried to use the bumper. That's the 3rd time now he has attempted to in this race today. Hamilton trying to get to the bottom. Squeezes Troy Perry, the lap truck, to be able to do so. And Hamilton does free up a little bit of a lane to get back to the inside. And now Perry using up the 38 of Brandon Witt. And Witt's starting to lose some ground as he's still stuck on the outside. He's going to have to force his way to the bottom like Hamilton did. And it looks like he'll be able to cross Perry back over in 3 and 4 to get to the inside. Still one more truck out ahead of Hamilton after the restart. That would be Hank Grigsby in the 153. But he's out to about a 1.1 second lead. The lead was about 2.7 seconds before the caution. Just for further clarification as well, I know you said it wasn't much money, but every dollar does go a long way in the channel. All the money that you guys send in super chats or ad revenue I get, that stuff is going back into the channel right now. Whether it would be for races so I could do videos at the track, like what I do have planned for 2022. I actually just posted the schedule for the races I was going to or plan on going to here in 2022. I do plan on going to a couple local dirt shows as well. I just don't know what weekends exactly yet. So those would also be added on there. But I do plan on doing some other videos at the track, and that extra money, whether it's for the hotel or the, maybe extra equipment I might get throughout the course of the year, or the tickets themselves, that does help me out a lot. So I do appreciate anybody who does donate to the channel, because it, I guess, prevents me from doing it out of pocket more, and creates the ability for me to be able to go to more races, or go to about as many as I did last year, because a lot of that did go out of pocket last year. But this coming season, even I'm not going to get into specifics of exactly how much I've made right now, but even the money I've made right now have paid for 2 of the tickets I'm going to for races next year that I had planned on going to otherwise. But it does help me, and it does help grow the channel every little bit, just as much as you guys watching and liking, and then every comment you make, because comments, I found out recently as well, also helps. So even after the live stream's over, you got something to comment down in the chat about the race, or something you enjoyed about it, comment. in the comment section below after the stream. I'd like to see your guys' feedback there as well. What you think on the races going forward, or how the season's going to play out, whether it's video games or when we get into the live commentary stuff again when NASCAR starts back up again in another month. All about having fun here on the channel, but also all in the hopes of growing my commentating abilities and career along the way. This is going to be a fun ride. It has been fun so far, really has. Expect cautions at the short tracks. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, it's almost guaranteed. That's why I'm shocked we went caution free last night at Milwaukee. There were a couple instances in the final 40 to 50 laps where we probably could have had a caution, but we didn't. Mr. You Bastard, welcome to the stream. Long time no see, man. Thanks for tuning in. Hard work pays off, great work. Thank you. Thank you so much. By the way, I don't know what lap it was after the restart, but Bobby Hamilton ran an 18.6 flat. And I questioned if we were going to get into the 18.5s tonight. That's about as close as you can get without getting it to the 1,000th of a second. That might have been the fastest lap he's going to run the rest of this race. Although he does have a lot of clean traffic, clean air in front of him right now, so that will help. .663 that last lap. Ever thought about playing World of Outlaws game for the Xbox? Oh, you're talking about the game that came out in 2010. I do want to do that. That'll probably be next off season for NASCAR, because we got a long ways to go in this career mode yet. So I'll probably debut that next off season for NASCAR. But yeah, I did definitely plan on it. Especially a lot of you guys seem to like the World of Outlaw Sprint Car Series game that I'm playing now, career mode wise. People that I have seen in the comment sections for those videos or in the chat and ask me, you know, if I'm going to live stream it. I will live stream it eventually, especially as I'm going to have to pump out more races here. Going to see a lot of videos coming up within the next few weeks of that game. 18.5 is possible. Nash trucks in Martinsville, older EA games. It is possible. We got about as close. Well, we literally did get as close as we could have. So even though Bobby Hamilton didn't have a great restart after that first caution, he still had a better restart than Brandon Witt. Witt hasn't been within a second of the lead since getting back to the bottom lane. It took him about 4 or 5 laps to do so. We'll see if we'll get another crack at it. Obviously, live traffic has fluctuated back and forth. Hamilton has struggled at times. He's been really good at it at times. To see how it pans out in front of him. We still got enough time left in this race. I know the laps wind by quickly here at Martinsville, so 53 laps is not a long ways to go by any means. And time is running out for Brandon Witt, but it is not impossible by any stretch of the imagination that he could get back into this race. Juan Rodriguez, welcome to the stream. This is my favorite NASCAR driver. So I did have a flag back behind me, and I will have it up very, very soon once again. But my favorite driver is Ryan Blaney in the Cup Series right now. Got into being a very big fan of his right when he was making his way into NASCAR, because I grew up going, for instance, I grew up going to dirt car races, sprint car races locally a lot, and Dale Blaney races in Northwest Ohio where I'm from, races in Tony Stewart's All-Star Sprint Car Series. I don't know if he still does or not, but I know he did before Tony Stewart owned it. Anyway, that would go to a couple local tracks within 50 minutes of me that I went to all the time in the summer when I was a kid. And Dale Blaney was always my favorite for whatever reason. I think some of it might have been the name, considering even at a young age, I knew that was Dave's brother, and Dave was in NASCAR, and I was a NASCAR fan when I was a kid, so all that kind of, played into it. So when Ryan was working his way up through the ranks, even though Dale is his uncle, is not his father, still, I always liked Dave Blaney in NASCAR growing up. He was my favorite, but he was one I definitely respected, and Ryan was working his way up. My original favorite driver when I was a kid, Greg Biffle, was on his way out. He was actually the first full-time season for Blaney was Biffle's final season in the Cup Series. So at the time, he was perfect. Been a Blaney fan really ever since. And haven't regretted it. And honestly, I'd say I'm more of a Blaney fan now than what I ever was a Biffle fan. Just the knowledge of the sport I have now versus when you're a kid, and just the fun I've had going to races with in the last couple of years, traveling to different tracks, having the YouTube channel now for a little less than 2 years still. It's been a lot of fun talking NASCAR with you guys on a regular basis, and keeps my passion growing more and more on a daily basis for the sport. Fly guy only 773. Welcome. 45 to go. This time by for Bobby Hamilton. He has led wire to wire, even with one caution. At Darlington race earlier this year, where he led every lap, actually went caution free. That was the first race this year that went caution free. It's kind of interesting that tracks under a mile and a half in length are the only ones that we have had caution free this year. Our lone yellow tonight came at lap 122 when Aaron McGee spun in turns 1 and 2 on his own. He makes a nice clean pass on Grimsley. Just needs to keep making clean passes. Hopefully he doesn't catch Jack Sprague again in this race, because he was very difficult to pass the first time around. Witt has not really been within striking distance of the lead since about lap 90, give or take. Right around that point in the race. It's going to be extremely tough. $40 to go this time by. Though I will say, if we have a caution and restart with less than 10 to go, one truck very sideways off the exit of turn 4, clipping the curb. Anyway, what I was going to say was if we get a caution with, or I should say restart with 10 or less laps to go, then all the lap trucks have to line up to the rear of the lead lap trucks in one long single file line. That would help Witt be able to just jump to the bottom, or maybe even just try to get into the back of the 4. He tried the bump and run on 3 occasions already on Hamilton, so I would not be surprised if he gets a chance late that he wouldn't do it again. Mark Handel up off the curb now on the exit of turn 4. He was up on 2 wheels there for a second. Next race of the season will be at Phoenix for race number 12 of this custom schedule Craftsman Truck Series season on NASCAR Chase for the Cup 2005. Handle off the curb again that time. He didn't jump too far out of the way, so third straight short track race. That'll be a 1 mile flatter short track. Unique shape at Phoenix as well. And looks into the inside of Handel, sends it into turn 3, makes the quick pass. Hamilton's got about a 3-second lead and growing with 35 laps to go. It's going to be really tough for anybody else to get back into this race, spawning a caution. Again, we are at Martinsville, and it is a truck series. We've had a lot of late yellows this season, 6 of which in the first 11 races this season, we have had a caution in the final 8 laps. Couple green-white checkers. Another bounce off the curb. Pretty much kept all four tires glued to the racetrack that time. He drives past Lee Anderson. Well, Jack Sprague's the next lap truck in front of Bobby Hamilton. I was hoping Hamilton wasn't going to catch him again today. And there's a lot of 2x2 traffic in front of Sprague even. And Hamilton is closing in on, and a little contact. Sprague putting the bumper to Craftsman, but I think Craftsman got into the back of the 106 of Richards on corner entry as well. Craftsman drives underneath the 106 off of turn 2. So 3.4 second lead. Heavy lap traffic. Hamilton to the inside of Sprague. Can't quite stay there. Looks low. Oh, and Sprague gets into Richards. Stacking him up on the outside. Luckily, Hamilton was already to the bottom, and he was able to stay out of the way. That's about as easy as Hamilton's going to get around those two. Big slide off the exit of turn 4 for Jack Baker in the 178. So he stays down low to try and hold the inside lane into turn 1 in front of Scott Bush. Both those trucks already one lap down. Crafton a lap down as well. We'll go a second lap down to Hamilton. Hamilton cleared him off turn 4. Hamilton to the inside of Bush. .25 to go for Bobby Hamilton Sr. 3.5 second lead still. All those trucks that he just passed about as quickly as he really could have. Actually, quite surprised Hamilton got through those lap trucks as quickly as he did. Wonder if Carl Edwards is in the top 5 still. Might try to get to 10 straight top 5 finishes if Edwards does finish in the top 5 today. It'd be 10 straight top 2 finishes for Bobby Hamilton if he could finish in the top 2 as well. Halfway on fuel, obviously plenty good on fuel to the end. We had another truck just blow an engine that last lap, made it to the pit lane. It was a white truck. Not sure exactly who it is, though. But we do stay green, and they were able to get to pit road. Off the curb that time on turn 4, nothing major. Alternate through the different camera angles one final time in today's race with 21 to go. Hamilton, big jump off the curb. I'll be back into the throttle off of turn 4. Good camera angle of it. Seen that left front tire pop up off the asphalt. Guess the concrete, considering it was in the middle of the corner. 16 laps left at the line. He's lost a couple tenths of a second of his lead in the last couple of laps, and I think some of it was just hitting that curb a couple laps ago. But he can pretty much pace himself now. He's far enough ahead. He doesn't really have a whole lot of lap traffic he's going to catch in this race to the finish. Rest of it pretty much is out of his control. As far as if he gets a caution or not, and that's about the only thing he's got to hope that doesn't happen. 8 to go or less, though. Those are the trends. For half the season, it's been the trends, really. Andy Lyman going to stay wide in 3 and 4. Hamilton drives underneath him. Lyman gets a bit better of a drive off. Hamilton will stay underneath, though, into turn 1. Going to drive underneath Wesley Schmidt now as well. Even in lap traffic on over 70 lap old tires for Bobby Hamilton, he's still running lap times in the 18.7s and 18.8s. 18.49 that last lap. Couple tenths off his fastest, of course. But all in all, not bad at all. He throws the lead. 9 laps to go at the line. The trend this year has been late yellows. Hamilton just trying to survive. He's got a 3.9 second lead, and he's led every lap of the race so far. It'll be the second race this year Hamilton will go wire to wire. The first, though, in which that we saw this race have a caution, and he would still lead every lap. That yellow came just a few laps after everybody had cycled through the first and only pit stops of the race at lap 122. Which also makes it kind of odd that that's when we saw Truck lose control on his own. Maybe it was cold tires for Aaron McGee that caused him to have that issue. Maybe he caught a bit of a curve, a little too much at corner entry that threw him off in the center of the corner as well when he maybe tried to hop back into the throttle. Robbie Young going to lose another lap to Hamilton. Hamilton clear off the exit of turn 4. We got trouble in turn 2. Truck in the wall on the outside. No caution. We stay green. Couldn't tell who it was, but I saw the skirt of smoke trailing into the corner. Young's going to cross over Hamilton as Hamilton checked up on corner entry, just trying to make sure we weren't going to get the caution. 5 to go at the line as we continue to stay green. That was a big scare for Bobby Hamilton. We talk about the late yellows we have seen this season and the trends of it, that it's about every race to every other race we see something like that, and we nearly saw it again here at Martinsville. 4 to go, and boy, he wants to get to that white flag as soon as possible. So there is an attempt at a green-white checker if we do get one yellow. Or at least one attempt at a green-white checker if we get a late yellow, but no cautions come out on the final lap in this game. 3 to go. Got another mile to get to the white flag. You can tell he's hustling on these old tires. Over 80 lap old tires now, and he's still running 18.7s. 18.783 and an 18.762 those last 2 laps. Right front starting to wear out a little bit more. So you see in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. Entering 3 and 4. Trying to get to the white flag this time off the exit of turn 4. He will get there. White flag in the air, 1 lap to go for Bobby Hamilton Sr. Going wire to wire, leading all 200 laps of the Kroger 200 tonight at Martinsville. It'll be a 6th win of the season. 10 straight top 2 finishes. What a year it has been for Bobby Hamilton Sr. as he will get the checkered flag at Martinsville. As dominating of a win as you're ever going to see in a Premier Series NASCAR race, video game or not, and Bobby Hamilton Sr. will get it done just that way here today. What a victory. After 4 straight top 2 finishes, he finally finds himself back in victory lane for the first time in 5 races. And another max points day. Only the 2nd for him this year, but it is another one nonetheless. And an epic burnout down the front stretch at Martinsville. Look at all the smoke. Hasn't even really disappeared yet either. That's when you know it was really good. Only an hour and 5 minutes to get this race in tonight. This flew by. And there you see all 200 laps left for Hamilton. 1 caution. We nearly saw a yellow with about 6 to go. Still don't know who that was that hit the wall, but made for maybe a bit of a jump scare. Anyway, we stayed green, and Hamilton holds on to win. Brandon Witt finishes in 2nd place, 5 straight top 5s for him. Travis Quaffle finishes 3rd, John Wood 4th. Carl Edwards, 10 straight top 5 finishes for cousin Carl. Wondered if he was going to be able to do it tonight. He does. 5th place, no laps led for him. Casey Cook finishes 6th. Aaron McGee, who brought out the only caution back at lap 122, still spun and came back to finish 7th. Barry Wilder finishes 8th. Benny Allen 9th. Ryan Carter rounds out the top 10. And we only had 15 trucks finish on the lead lap today with the one and only caution. See how many drivers failed to finish. Chad Chapin, we saw him blow an engine early, finishes last. Bill Lester blows an engine for the 3rd time this year. Kenny Hall blows an engine late. And that was it. So only 3 drivers failed to finish this race. Like, share, and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content. Keegan Schneider, a winner. Tacos for everybody. Coincidentally enough, I actually had tacos for dinner tonight, so it's a little odd that you say that. But coincidentally, sure, yeah, tacos for dinner. Chevy Silverado 150 at Phoenix will be the next race on the channel. So we're going to have a little bit of a change of scheduling as far as the next live stream. Tomorrow night will be the next live stream. I wasn't planning on originally live streaming tomorrow. We were going to have a premiere of NASCAR 21 Edition. I have not finished recording that. I don't think I can get it uploaded and edited in time for tomorrow night. So that will be moved to Wednesday. We'll just flip-flop days around. We'll still have the same races this week, but we're flip-flopping days. So instead of this Phoenix race being on Wednesday night, it will be tomorrow night instead. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, just like the last couple of nights on the channel. So 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Chevy Silverado 150 at Phoenix tomorrow night. Then we'll have the Southern 500 NASCAR 21 Ignition Career Mode playoff opening race at 8 p.m. on Wednesday night. So just flip-flopping days here. So just wanted to put that out there. Also, I'll probably leave it in the community tab as well tomorrow, just for a fair warning for everybody that looked at the weekly schedule. So that way you guys know what's going on that may have missed the stream when it happened live. Anyway, going back to tonight, though, in less than an hour at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are going to have a premiere on the channel tonight. It'll be World of Outlaw Sprint Car Racing 2002 Career Mode, episode number 14. In the middle of our regional series season for that one. And hopefully you enjoy. I'll be in the chat throughout on that one, and we'll have fun watching it together. Like, share, and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content. And I will see you guys, as always, back and better than ever again tomorrow.